There's a million things being sent your way to distract you from the goal that God wants you to achieve. Million things. And these are some things that can't even control. We can't control what's coming your way. You can control how you're going to battle with it, how you're going to combat it, how you're going to deal with it by staying focused. All these things being sent your way is to distract you. The devil knows what kind of mission you're on. He knows how God is trying to use you. He knows what you want to achieve, what you want to do, and quite frankly, it just might not work out for his plan. So he will be sending things your way. And sometimes you might not even think it's the devil. I'm not even sure. Is everything like the devil? Even myself, I might question that. But just think about in general. There's gonna be thoughts, things that come up that might entertain you, that might steer you away from whatever you want to do. But it's ultimately up to you to put your head down and stay focused. I know for me personally, my biggest battle is the mental battle because I could get in a flow state. If I'm in a flow state, that's low-key pretty lucky. I'm not even gonna lie, because my brain be so, every day I'm hustling, like it's running laps. The brain is running laps. I have such a racing mind. You feel me? So my biggest distraction could be my thoughts, and some thoughts be entertaining. And I'm such a, if you know me, you remember when type of person. Like, something nostalgic can come to my head, or a show I watch, or what really gets me is songs. Like I said, I can think of a song, and then like I remember the tune, the instrumental, and I know the words word by word, and like all of a sudden I go from studying and trying to learn something to just just out there. But at the end of the day, you know what that just did? Even if it just took me a couple of seconds away from my goal, it still ended up distracting me. And that can happen to you too. You trying to lock in, and then you got your friends hitting you up. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Like the weekend, let's say you work from Monday to Friday, but the weekend you're free. But your friends are also free to, like, hey, let's do something in the weekend. But you want to use the weekend to work on your business that you've been planning to start up, to work on your content, maybe an extra time at the gym, or maybe you're learning a skill. Like, you want to learn a new language during the weekend. You want to learn how to play an instrument during the weekend. Or you just want to educate yourself. Maybe you're taking an extra class, a weekend class about behaviors, a weekend class about finances, a weekend class about the right mindset to achieve what you want. You're doing whatever you're doing to put yourself in a better position. Let me just put it like that. And there's these things coming your way. Plans are being made. Your favorite artist is in town, something of that nature, or artists you just like. Oh, there's a game coming up. Oh, so many things sent your way. Trust. And a good distraction is a distraction that does not feel like a distraction. And what I mean by that is you don't even think it's distracting you, because maybe it's aligned with what you're doing, or it's not steering you away too much. Like, a good distraction does not feel like a distraction. Like, there's some things is blatantly obvious. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Some things are blatantly obvious. Like, let's say you're studying and you have your phone right next to you, but it's not on do not disturb. So the notifications, bing, 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 bing. You can, like, obviously that's distracting me. But then there's some things that are real sneaky, and it's creeping up on you. And like I said, it doesn't even feel like a distraction because you might entertain it because you think it's aligned with what you're doing. And I can just tell you this: whatever you're doing, if it's not dedicated to that, unless it's something real last minute you forgot about, don't do it. Like, even with me, content. Let's say I'm, trying to make videos, and then I walk away real quickly to go use the bathroom. And then I realize, oh, this sink needs to be cleaned. I can stop what I'm doing. And what I'm doing right now is making videos. And like until I finish a certain amount, that's all I should be doing, right? But now I go to the bathroom and I see the sink is dirty. It's like, oh, okay, let me stop making videos and clean the sink. And it's like, yes, me cleaning the sink does align with what I want to do, which is like making sure my space is clean the best to my ability. But however, the right thing for me to do is make the videos and do this afterwards. But that distraction makes sense to me because I also want to keep my space clean. So it feels like it's not pulling me away from anything. When in hindsight it really did. Those distractions will get you. You don't see it coming. A good one you would not see coming, and it's up for you to stay focused. You got dreams. You got stuff you're trying to change your life. Let me just put it like that. You're trying to change your life, whether it's minor or major. You are trying to change your life. You're trying to change the lives of people around you. You're on a mission, and you really just don't have the time for it. I don't want you to beat yourself up too if you give in to your distraction. Very, very human like thing. I'm really big on giving ourselves grace because we're not perfect. We're not perfect, and it takes some people naturally are really good at staying focused. Some people may struggle. I am people that struggle. I am people who struggle with that. And a lack of focus actually can tie into trauma, or if you have mental health issues, because like I said, all the thoughts going on in your head, it's hard. So yeah, there's some stuff you have to work extra hard to work on, but nonetheless, you can do it. Absolutely can do it. Stay focused, and you have to become a focused person, because whatever you're trying to achieve in life, you literally have to become the person for it, and not the person for the meantime. You know how when we're in school, high school, middle school, we take a test, we only want to learn and make sure we know the information for the meantime so we can pass the test. When it comes to something really big, something life changing, you literally have to be another person. Be a focused person. Be the person who defeats all distractions. Be the person that's resilient. Be the person that's dedicated to the cause. I haven't said that in a while. That's one of my favorite mottos, dedicated to the cause. How dedicated are you to your cause? And how much longer are you going to let distractions steer you away from your dedication to the cause? To me, it's not worth it. And I don't even like that for you. I really don't. I honestly don't. I don't like that for you. I don't like it for me. Sure as hell don't like it for you. I don't want you to get too distraction. Too distraction. LMAO. Too distracted. And I could have titled this "To Chase Your Dreams" too. But I don't know how I feel about using the word chase anymore. Because I feel like chase is like an indication of lack. Almost. Like, let's say I'm chasing this money. I'm chasing this money. And I get it, it's just words. And like mentally, I can know like that's not what the case is. But saying like you're trying to get something, that's you kind of like sending out a signal that you don't have it. You know, like for example, this is like totally getting off topic, but I just wanted to like let y'all know, like to say you're chasing. It's like saying you don't have. You have. You can step into that being of having. Same thing how you can step into the being of being a focused person. Don't identify with your distractions. Don't identify as I am a distracted individual. No, you can say, oh, I briefly got distracted, but you don't have to make that a part of your identity and who you are. Because then it's going to be too deeply integrated into you. I did that with anxiety. I was saying I'm an anxious person. I have a lot of anxiety, this, that, and the third. I was identifying with my anxiety. I couldn't even look at myself without knowing the anxiety. Instead, I could just say, I have an anxious feeling. I feel anxious. I feel anxiety. I feel tense. You can feel without identifying. Think about it. You can feel sad. Does that make you a sad person? Don't identify with the distractions at all. It's not good for you. Identify that you are a focused human being dedicated to your cause. And you're going to do no matter what, you're dedicated to the cause. And these distractions are not going to steer you away from your cause. You heard? Don't let it. Because you can, before you know it, you end up years being distracted. And some people, sometimes we wonder why certain things take longer, like why certain things happen to people longer than others. Some people, they work on a goal, maybe they achieve in a year. Some other people, they achieve in 5. And I can be the first to tell you, like, if you get distracted by everything, you will be the one achieving it way later in life. It's only, like, distraction is to delay you. It's to delay you. If I'm the devil, if I'm the devil, and God put somebody on this mission that interferes with my plan, I'm gonna do everything that I can to make sure they take the longest time to achieve it or to not even achieve it at all. I'm going to be dedicated to that if I was the devil. There's forces out here that don't want you to do it, and you have to be stronger. You have to. I'm not even talking about physically. This is spiritual warfare. Mentally, emotionally, you have to be better. You're going to end up on top. You're going to end up winning. And because you decided to stay dedicated to the cause and not dedicated to the distractions. Heavy on that. Now, thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your goals are. Like, let me see what's up. What are your goals for real? And what are your main distractions? Let me know something.